Oh, sorry. Now it's on? Okay. All righty. Good. We're set. Okay. Yeah. So one of the things I love about instrumental music is that you can just sort of feel the reverberation, and particularly with bells. They just have a wonderful resonance to them. So even though I think you'll know a lot of the words tonight, you can either think them or not think them. We will invite you to sing along on some. And you're welcome to sing along on some of the others, as long as the person next to you doesn't slap you. So, but one of the things I was surprised about as we started with this, we have quite a range of generations playing in the group, and most of us were familiar with these songs. So either we were around when they were written and first performed, or our parents were hippies and played them for us. Hopefully you'll know most of them also. Ken is going to be adding some percussion with his shirt. Stand up and model your shirt. I don't know if you can see it, but he has a giraffe on there. Isn't that cool? From which country was it? From Uganda. So particularly appropriate for the Lions, what is the last one we do? Yeah, Lions Leaves Tonight. And Julie is going to be providing us with some fun introductions with a little bit of background information on the pieces that we may not know otherwise. And now, we just invite you into the magic with one of my favorite performing groups, Peter, Paul, and Mary, Puff the Magic Dragon.
We Are the Champions embodies numerous elements of arena rock, with Queen's guitarist Brian May stating, "We wanted to get the crowds waving and singing." Matter of fact, in 2011, a team of scientific researchers concluded that We Are the Champions was in fact the catchiest song in the history of pop music, despite the fact that it never reached #1 in any chart. Dr. Daniel Mullenstein said of the study, "Every musical hit is reliant on math, science, engineering, and technology. From the physics and frequencies of sound that determine pitch and harmony, to the high-tech digital processors and synthesizers which can add effects to make a song catchier. We've discovered that there's a science behind the sing-along and a special combination of neuroscience, math, and cognitive psychology that can produce the perfect sing-along song. So, if you find yourself starting to sway or even sing, it's okay, because science says it's inevitable with We Are the Champions." Started in 1969, great year, and released in 1970, Let It Be is one of Beatles' most popular and finest ballads. Being sung on such auspicious occasions as the 1985 Live Aid charity concert for an audience of 1 billion, the concert for New York City in response to September 11 attacks at Diamond Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, and in 2022 on the Pyramid Stage at Glastonbury Festival with a crowd of over 100,000 singing. Today, you will rank right up there with those great performances as you sing along with Ken in the First Presbyterian Newton debut of Let It Be. Now, if I told you that in a cemetery of the churchyard where McCartney and John Lennon first met as teenagers, there was a tombstone with the name Eleanor Rigby on it, would you believe me? Yes, it's true. McCartney doesn't know if the song title is simply a coincidence or if he saw that name as a teenager and it remained lodged in the back of his mind somewhere, only to be resurfaced years later when he needed a character for his song. Along with the new song, he had a new style. Eleanor Rigby doesn't match any of the standard pop backings. Matter of fact, none of the Beatles even played instruments on it. George Martin composed the score for a classical stringed octet, 4 violins, 2 violas, and 2 cellos. You'll have to decide who's what instrument here, even though we're all playing bells. Playing mainly staccato chords and melodic embellishments. Paul was turned on to Vivaldi right before this song, and it sounds like it paid off. He has a new style and a new hit. Yesterday is one of the most recorded songs in the history of popular music. Its entry into the Guinness Book of World Records states that in January 1986, 1,600 cover versions had been made. Kind of a dreamy success. Actually, this song came to McCartney in a dream. Upon waking, he hurried to the piano and played the tune to avoid forgetting it. Initially, he was concerned, though, that he had subconsciously plagiarized it, someone else's work. As he put it, for about a month, I went around to people in the music business and asked them if they had ever heard it. Eventually, it became like handling something to the police. I thought if no one claimed it after a few weeks, I could have it. Upon being convinced that he had not copied the melody, McCartney began writing lyrics to suit it. As John Lennon and McCartney were known to do at the time, a substitute working lyric titled Scrambled Eggs. The working opening verse was, "Scrambled eggs, oh my baby, how I love your legs. Not as much as I love scrambled eggs," was used for the song until something more suitable was written. Aren't you glad today that as you listen, all your troubles will fade away instead of scrambled eggs? Its 9-week run at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 timed the all-time record in 1968 for the longest run at the top of the U.S. charts, a record it held for 9 years. For you nostalgic people, this song was the first to be recorded on 8-track recording. At over 7 minutes in length, Hey Jude was the longest single to top the British charts up to that time. After the fourth verse, the song shifts to a coda, featuring a na-na-na refrain that lasts over 4 minutes. Now, those of you panicking, don't worry. Ours doesn't last that long. However, you will get a chance to sing the na-na-na-nas. Just watch Veda. She'll help you. I saw some of you checking your watches. It was only 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Our next song, Stairway to Heaven, is a song by the English rock band Led Zeppelin. Released in November 8, 1971, it is widely regarded as one of the greatest rock songs of all time. On its 20th anniversary in 1991, it had been played 2,874,000 times on the radio, which amounted to 44 years worth of airtime. So some people in our choir have not even gotten to a new song yet. You'll have to guess which ones. This song is different from our other songs that we've heard in the fact that when they were writing this, they put lots of different sections into it. You noticed in our other ones it was a little repetitive. You caught on really quickly, yes? Well, in this song, there are 3 sections, each one progressively increasing in tempo and volume. The song begins in a slow tempo with acoustic instruments before introducing electric instruments. The final selection is an upbeat, hard rock arrangement featuring guitar solos and vocal solos, and it ends up a cappella with the soft little line, "She's buying a stairway to heaven." Even though this song is only on bells, see if you can find the different sections in your mind. Hear and sing. You can sway, and don't worry, we've got you covered. We've got the lighters.
think that Ron Mallory did an amazing job of arranging that for bells. It feels like the character of the song that I danced to at Pogo's in the 1970s. Anybody else go to Pogo's back in the disco days? Yeah. So our next tune has been around actually since 1939 when Judy Garland sang it in The Wizard of Oz, but it's kept coming back for every generation and was very meaningful during the 60s also. I think Bob Dylan sang it, I'm not sure who else, but I think it's become an anthem of hope kind of for each generation. As we ask the questions that Dorothy first asked, someplace where there isn't any trouble. Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto? There must be. It's not a place you can get to by a boat or a train. It's far, far away, behind the moon, beyond the rain. Now let the beautiful sonority of hand chimes carry you over the rainbow. Much for joining us this evening. Hope you've had a good time, and we've had a great time working on this, and have a couple more performances of it. So on the back of your program, it tells you those dates. So if you want to share that with friends or come back again yourself, you're welcome to. The Lindsberg performance on May 10 is actually for the State Federation of Music Clubs, which is like the state organization that our Treble Clef Club was a part of. So the but it's open to the public too, and then we'll be at Prairie for their third Thursday. You can come and order beer rocks and sit upstairs and eat supper while we play. We have a couple of baskets at the back if you would like to put an offering in to help support our continuing services. We do have nonprofit status now, so if you write a check, it's deductible. And appreciate you being here and whatever support you can give. So this song that we're ending with also was written in 1939, just as Over the Rainbow was. It was originally written by a South African artist, Solomon Linda, and was titled simply Lion in Zulu. In 1961, the Tokens came out with the English version, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And since then, it's been recorded by multiple artists and has become really well known to all generations, particularly since its use in The Lion King. Katie talked about her kids really liking it. So, it's neat how songs take on a life for each generation. So let's take a trip to the jungle, listen for the bird calls, and be prepared to join us on the Hey Hays. I'll turn around and bring you in. Okay, thank you.